Welcome to Tickle Your ROI, the show empowering franchise owners to thrive. Today's episode is a continuation of our last one, and we will keep exploring the world of franchise marketing by looking at how you measure success and adapting your strategy as your franchise evolves. Whether you're a franchise owner or part of a marketing team, we hope you'll find this useful. Let's jump in with the bottom line up front. As we've mentioned, this is the third in a three-part series, so we suggest you review the other two episodes to get the most out of the information presented here. In this third installment, we'll be looking at key metrics to track in your digital marketing campaign, how you can utilize analytics tools to understand customer behavior and optimize your marketing efforts, and how to encourage franchise participation and collaboration in digital marketing. We'll also look at how franchise owners and marketing teams can stay current on the latest digital marketing trends and adapt marketing strategies accordingly. Your digital marketing efforts need to have a trackable and articulable ROI, so let's start by taking a look at some of the key metrics to track for digital marketing campaigns and how to interpret the data they give you. This can seem a little tricky or technical at first, but we promise that the basics aren't difficult. An obvious place to start is with website traffic. This is an easily attainable metric, as most website hosts make site traffic information available in the control panel or back-end section of the site where you log in to make changes or updates. Many hosts will provide a simple-to-read graph that shows your month-after-month traffic. This allows you to more easily see how much traffic your site is getting and how the number of unique site visits changes over time. However, interpreting site traffic data is a bit more complex than number go up. While more site traffic is generally better than less, understanding what kind of traffic you're getting and how that traffic reflects both your marketing efforts and your profitability involves a bit more analysis. What are the peak hours for site visits? Where does your traffic come from? Are you getting traffic from search engine results, from your digital ads, or from your social media accounts? All of that information is vital to understanding how your website is working for you and how you can maximize its impact month over month while expanding the traffic you get in a constructive way. In previous segments, we've discussed how social media can be a powerful tool for franchise marketing, and how astute franchise owners can make good use of social media to develop and cultivate their audience. Measuring the impact and ROI of social media marketing is a bit more intricate than tracking website visits, but it can provide more detailed information and a great opportunity to maximize your audience interactions. Let's take a look at some details. Engagement rate is the foundational metric when analyzing social media, so it's a perfect place for us to begin. Put simply, engagement rate is the measure of tangible engagements to a social media post. These engagements may include shares, comments, or reactions. The way we convert the total number of engagements into an engagement rate involves some fairly simple math. First, total up the number of shares, comments, reactions, likes, and other engagements. Divide that number by your total number of followers. This should give you a decimal. Multiple that decimal by 100 for a percentage. That percentage is your engagement rate. It sounds tricky when we're explaining it out loud, but once you've done it a few times, we promise it will make sense. And don't worry, we'll include some visual explanations on the website to make it a bit easier for you to use on your own. Engagement rate is, as we've said, foundational. So let's build on that foundation by looking at a more specific and closely related metric. Amplification rate is a measurement of the ratio of shares to total number of followers, again expressed as a percentage. The calculation for amplification rate is done exactly the same way as engagement rate, only instead of the total number of engagements divided by total number of followers, we use the number of shares divided by the number of followers. Amplification rate is an important metric because it provides a quantifiable means of tracking how your reach is expanding and how your message is being spread. It also provides a qualitative insight into the impact your content is having on your audience. Followers generally share content that they enjoy or find engaging in some way, so a higher amplification rate not only tells us how far and fast your message is spreading, but provides an indication that your audience likes the things you're showing them. Good content is key in retaining and growing an audience, so a healthy amplification rate is a good sign for your digital marketing efforts. There's a whole lot more to be said on the subject of social media metrics, but we'll end with one last critical one: reach. In social media terms, reach is defined as the number of people who see your content. We can measure this as overall reach during a day, week, or month, or alternatively, as the reach of a given piece of content. This is a simple metric, and thankfully requires very little math. Reach tells us how many people are seeing what we're posting, and like website traffic, allows us to measure patterns over time. With most social media platforms, we can also distinguish between reach with followers versus non-followers, which can tell us how far our content is being spread and where our audience growth is coming from. If a significant number of non-followers are seeing your content or visiting your social media, it's a good sign that things are going well in your digital marketing campaign and that your message is consistently appearing in front of new people. With good content and good audience relationship management, you can help bring these non-followers into the fold and through the doors of your franchise. Franchises are innately part of a larger brand, which means they are part of a larger series of marketing and branding efforts. Similarly, many franchise owners have more than one location in their portfolio. We've talked about the techniques and challenges of promoting and branding multiple franchise locations, but we should probably spend a moment on encouraging franchisee participation and collaboration on digital marketing efforts. This is fairly simple, but like many simple things, it does require a bit of effort. Managers, staff, and franchise owners alike should be fully trained on the marketing and branding expectations and standards that come with a particular franchise and incorporate those into their own activities and in particular any online content they create or share. This is a matter of training, education, and information. When a new franchise-level branding change appears or a new marketing campaign drops, everyone involved in the chain needs to be made aware of it and how they can and should make use of it. Business is always an exercise in cooperation and working towards a shared goal, but this is especially acute and important with franchise marketing. Keeping everyone in the loop, establishing and sharing a set of standards and practices, and ensuring that lines of communication are open go a long way towards maximizing cooperation on digital marketing efforts. Our final point of discussion today addresses an ongoing challenge faced by many businesses: staying up to date on the latest digital marketing trends and adapting your strategy accordingly. We've already touched on one way to do this. Staying engaged and informed on overall franchise marketing and branding strategies helps a lot. The corporate entity behind the franchise spends significant time and energy researching and developing marketing and branding approaches, and they want your franchise to succeed. Working with them and within their framework is generally a good step forward. As for understanding the best ways to implement digital marketing for your particular franchise location or locations, this will require ongoing work and education on your part. Reading up on digital marketing trends, consulting reputable sources with relevant expertise like this podcast, and tracking what works and what doesn't for your individual businesses are all critical steps. Again, don't forget to share these insights with the people who work for and with you. They need to know in order to do their part in building your franchise's success. All of this does create extra work for already busy franchise owners, but we can promise that if done effectively, it will pay off sooner than you think. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for taking a moment to talk about B2B franchises and strategic brand expansion with me. As always, the world of marketing is complex and evolving, and we'll continue to explore it in future podcasts. So please click follow to receive notifications about upcoming episodes. In the meantime, if you have any further questions, visit our website, check out our social media, or reach out to us via email for questions, business queries, or topic suggestions. This has been Tickle Your ROI with Blake Baxendale, and we'll see you next time.